The classic 1983 film War Games is universally known, and the simple wireframe graphics on the screens at NORAD in the film are one of the most iconic images from the movie, aside from Matthew Broderick, of course. Once generated by the HP 9845C, the first HP computer that supported color, these now retro graphics have been available in another format for a few years now, a game called, simply, DEFCON. Recreating and improving on the images seen in War Games, DEFCON puts you in the driver's seat of these nuclear missiles that will power the fall of mankind. After all, the motto of DEFCON is, everybody dies. DEFCON is a few years old, but I remember following its release with bated breath, and that culminated with my purchase of the physical version, the box for which still sits in my game collection, unopened and cherished with great gusto. So what makes this older game so great? A whole host of things. For starters, you can go alone against any number of computer opponents, or you can bring friends into the mix, setting up a game that can last for just 20 or 30 minutes, or which will span an entire day, or longer, depending on the game speed at which you play. This makes DEFCON perfect for a distraction game where you just want to take a few minute break every once in a while, since it won't eat much of your time up with placing units, defenses, and choosing who to nuke first. When played on the slowest game setting, this strategic and simplistic gameplay becomes almost a background distraction, something that's hard to find in other games these days. Once you spend a few minutes at the start of the game placing silos, missile defense systems, aircraft bases, and naval fleets, you're hands off for a while as the system gradually counts down through the DEFCON levels. Later gameplay requires slightly more time as you have to choose missile targets and move your naval fleets and bombers from location to location, but even at that point you can still leave the game for a significant period of time and not lose much advantage to your opponents. First released on Steam back in 2006, DEFCON has aged extraordinarily well, and why wouldn't it? It's a game with one purpose: to die less than everyone else. There's no way to win, and that's part of what makes DEFCON fantastic. And if for some reason you haven't tried this game in the 7 years since its release, it's well worth $10, even if you don't utilize the multiplayer portion. It works cross-platform on PC, Mac, and Linux, and has the most bare-bones system requirements too, so you can practically run it on a potato if you're into that sort of thing. I'm Mike, this is Game Night with Mike. Thanks for watching, I'll be back with more videos very soon.